globe, so-called, didn't revolve. It was still. So they had to make it spin. How'd they do that? Well, they funded a bunch of Jesuits called Copernicus, Galileo Galilei, and Newton, and all the other lying deceivers who have ever walked the plane. And they now created a bullshit story called gravity, and now we have the last piece of the puzzle that we can now make people, cause them to believe in this upside-down stupidity that they live on a Santa ball. And these are the demons behind it. This is how you got to do history, guys. This is how you got to uncover stuff, okay? Got to do it properly. Now, I know the names of all the families here. I haven't, I prepared for this, but I didn't prepare to the nth degree. I can get the names. I've done it in many presentations. They're all Orsini, De Medici, Gaetani, Della Rovere, Aldo Brandini, Pamphili, Pallavicini. That's a good one. Pallavicini means to be close to Allah. They are the people behind Islam. Just put in your web browser the word Pallavicini, the house of Pallavicini, one of the greatest, most powerful families who ever lived, and then just put the word Islam next to it. And help yourself to a treat and find out who's running Islam, who invented Islam, and who is manipulating Islam, especially Wahhabi Islamism, which is militant Islamism, which is not the true Islam.
There you go. You just killed it there, right there.
Killed it.
That was on fire right there. That was
all right. Well, let's take a break from that there whiteboard and let's have a look at some more goodies as I share my screen with you, brother. What do you reckon, Jerry? Ball breaker?
You know it. You know it.
With Santos the ass buster?
That's right. Ball breaker and ass buster.
Yeah, and what do we break and bust? Bullshit.
You know it.
Bullshit.
Bowels shit.
Bales shit. And we do it so. We do it in such grand style. Now, how do I share? You got to do it properly, man. There's too many guys out there clueless. They call themselves researchers. They should be potato farmers or something like that. Leave it up to the people who know how to do it, please. Leave it up to the syncretists. Yeah, the big daddies of the truth movement. Yeah, sorry, but no one's doing it. I see, in particular, which really grates my nerves, all these God botherers that are flat earthers. Now they're all sort of, Jesus made the flat earth. Yeah, Zeus, Jupiter, Zeus did make the flat earth.
It rejuvenated him. It rejuvenated him again.
Yeah, with more bullshit. And so now they're giving more glory to the Roman imperial family to have screwed them since day one, and they're just returning the glory back to them. Yes, your bullshit historical Jesus story, we love it, and he's coming to save us, isn't he? We know it's going to take a while, but we can wait. We'll just wait for salvation. It can't never come now, can it? I mean, salvation can never possibly be today. You got to wait for that shit, don't you? You need to wait a long time until the Roman imperial families have had enough of sending us to war and fluoridating us and vaccinating us and murdering us in their military hospitals and in their military rule and martial law. Well, maybe they'll forget that Jesus who ain't coming. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, well, this is all I'm doing. I'm just showing this to the researchers out there that you can just find this stuff on Wikipedia, should you be so superficial in your researches. But there you go, I showed you that. I've pulled up a few pages. I've got Wikipedia open here. We'll read a bit of this. Neoplatonism, we'll read a bit of this. And here's a beautiful video, guys. Please take note of this title. Can you see that clearly?
Yep, the Emperor Julian and the Last Stand of the Old Gods.
Okay, watch this video, folks. go to Manly P. Hall and his 5 presentations on Neoplatonism. He does Plotinus, he does Porphyry, Proclus, Iamblichus, and Julian in that very, very special series. Please, if you can, listen to all of those, because Manly P. Hall, rightfully puts the gods of our Western wisdom, elevates them to the place that they deserve, and especially Julian.
Okay.
Great. Now, so I'm going to close this out and go to here. So I want to read a few things from here. Notice the true name of Julius, Flavius Claudius Julianus Augustus, of the Constantine family. Well, see, these are the 2 bloodlines that have been vying for control of Rome since day one. And basically, they are just the Farneses and the Orsinis, the Guelphs and the Ghibellines, hiding their true names. But that's where they are. You won't mistake it. It's even here for the world to see on Wikipedia. You don't have to make thorough researches. You just have to be, pay attention, as I say. The way to get syncretism and the real truth is to pay attention. Pay attention, and don't allow prejudice to control your thinking when you come up to against ideas that are so radically different from what you believe is the truth, because you don't know the truth. We don't know the truth. Okay, we know truth, but not all the truth.
For sure.
But we have bits of truth. Okay, and the one who has more pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together has more truth, because you can see the form of the painting that is hiding in the jigsaw puzzle. All right, so there might be a few pieces left, some really difficult pieces to fit in that jigsaw puzzle, but it's the one who has the most pieces together that is the one who's closest to the truth. And that's where we are, because we're sniffing at all the leads, flat earth, the Jesus myth, etc., syncretism, astrotheology, astrology. We're looking where others don't. Why? Because the others have been told, oh, don't look there, that's a pseudoscience. And besides, it's from the devil.
It's evil. It's evil.
Yeah, Baba.
Yeah, the Bible.
Baba sheeple. Okay, let's have a read, eh? Let's have a look around here. Julian, also known as Julian the Apostate. Oh, how derogatory, how nice. Yes, we don't want to learn about him because he didn't do what the other emperors did, so he must be different. He's an apostate. There you go. He was an apostate against Christendom, the beautiful Christian church that was coming along, murdering all these so-called pagans and heretics. What a great service they gave to humanity, these Christians, eh? Been doing it since the Inquisition. Hang on, mate, I've got a message coming.
Oh, sure.
Yep. Sure, man. Yeah, of course can. That one. One click, yes. All right, so what do we got here? The was Roman emperor from 361 to 363. Notice the year 363. I was born in 63, 1963. Okay, now this guy was also killed in the sign of Cancer when I was conceived. So these are things that I pay attention to and notice that brings me ever closer to this man. Everything he ever did, every breath he took, I resonate with it. Whatever I read here, I read of what I want to be, and somehow I feel a resonance as though I have some connection to this guy. I hope I do. I hope I do more than any other being that ever exists. God.
You do.
Yep.
Believe it.
Yep. A member of the Constantinian dynasty, Julian became Caesar over the western provinces by order of Constantius. Constantius loved him. He watched him grow up as a little boy, and it was Constantius's wife who actually suggested to him, Julian will lead Rome well, put him on the throne. And so instead of his more close descendant. So it was really a great turn of events for humanity. This was the glorious 2 or 3 years that the world breathed finally, you know. In 355, this happened, and in this role, campaigned successfully against the Alemanni and the Franks, the Germans and the French. Most notable was his crushing victory over the Alemanni in 357 at the Battle of Argentoratum, Strasbourg now. Interesting. Argent is silver, and Taurus and Atum are in that word, yeah?
Wow. Both of them.
Silver, Taurus, Atum.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's an amazing word right there.
Yeah. Leading his 13,000 men against a Germanic army 3 times larger, in 360 in Lutetia, Paris, he was proclaimed Augustus by his soldiers. So this is all beautiful. He was like Constantine was proclaimed in York at the York Minster, and from there he went and took Rome and murdered Maxentius and started the fictional church of Christianity. Well, so was Julian, declared emperor or proclaimed emperor Augustus in Lutetia, Paris, by his soldiers, okay, sparking a civil war between Julian and Constantius. Before the two could face each other in battle, however, Constantius died after naming Julian as his rightful successor. So you see, Constantius, even though he had to fight against him, he still knew that Julian would lead Rome. Rome had to be led because Rome was an empire now, and it was the way of the world to submit and accept empire. Unfortunately, in the Dark Ages, this is what we do, okay? Humans need empire. They need someone to kick their butt and, put them in jail, persecute them, and, put them back on the right track. Basically, these elite families are providing a service, okay? It is a service. It's evil, what they're doing, but it is a service. And in this unfortunate age that we've gone through, the Iron Age, the Dark Age, this has been the way. So you need good leaders in this kind of modality of self-rule. But soon, all of these will be redundant, and they will disappear and vanish. In time, there will only be self-determination, okay? But these people did provide a service because humanity was asleep, was sinful, was needing a big brother, was needing government, and all of these things, okay? Now, we're coming up to the juicy parts here. Julian embarked on an ambitious campaign against the Sassanid Empire. Who are they? Well, the Persians, the Parthians, okay? You see the word assassin here?
Oh yeah, wow.
Okay, the Assassinian Empire, assassins, known to its inhabitants as Neo-Persian Empire, there you go, okay? The Neo-Cons, the Neo-Persians, Julian was fighting against them to save us, to free us from this Persian onslaught. For 1,000 years, Rome has been fighting Persia and the Babylonian slave system that they brought with them, okay? Here is the evidence, just in Wikipedia. Known to its inhabitants as Iran, see Iran here?
Yeah.
Iran Shah or Shah, in Middle Persian, was the last period of the Persian Empire, before the rise of Islam. You see, Islam is another onslaught from the Aldobrandini and the Pallavicini family to bring Persian slavery to the world. Okay, Islam, as we know it, is Persian slavery. It's the birth certificate name. They invented it. Okay, the Sasanian Empire, which succeeded the Parthian Empire, was recognized as one of the leading world empires alongside its neighboring arch-rival, the Roman Byzantium Empire, for a period of more than 400 years. Okay, there's a lot of other good little tidbits in here, but we shall press on, because we've done an hour. I might want to round it off in about a half. and you might have some questions to add or some your own thoughts. So,
just a quick. Oh, okay. I'll wait.
Yeah. Jump in.
What does Persia mean? You know, what's the etymology on Persia? Because they sound like a bad bunch.
Huh?
They sound like a bad bunch.
Well, no, not necessarily. It's like saying, it's like saying,
okay.
You know, it's like saying Hungarians sound like they're bad people because George Soros is a creep.
Okay, gotcha. My bad.
You know, we're not going to go hating
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, so Persians are just Persians. They're good. Iranians are good people. It's the families who own the money who call themselves Persians.
Right.
That's all it is.
But all right. I wonder what it means.
Yeah. So Julian
was. What the hell that is?
Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead. The military commander.
Yeah, Theosophist, the social reformer, the man of letters. He was the last non-Christian ruler, of the Roman Empire. And it was his desire to bring the empire back to its ancient Roman values in order to, as he saw it, save it from dissolution, from barbarity and the Christian mob.
The mob.
You can see his. Is this Julian? Yes, it is. You can see his works down here. The Persian campaign. Yes, he died fighting the Persians. Okay, and we should all still be fighting the Persians. Not fighting them, but not allowing them to continue this people trafficking business that they've got.
The Babylonian tyranny.
Yeah.
System. I mean.
All right, now, I don't know what. That's what I was doing. Beliefs. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Yandicus. While there are clear resemblance, Julian's personal religion was both pagan and philosophical. He viewed the traditional myths as allegories. Syncretism, in which the ancient gods were aspects of philosophical divinity. Perfect. The chief surviving sources are his works To King Helios and To the Mother of the Gods. Oh, I just love those titles because the king, you see, he lived in a time when Christians were called healers.